Hello all, and welcome to this episode of the podcast where I will be reading and interpreting verse 2 of the great book, the Tao Te Ching. Without further ado, this is verse number 2. Beauty and ugliness have one origin. Name beauty and ugliness is. Recognizing virtue recognizes evil. Is and is not produce one another. The difficulty is born in the easy. Long is defined by short. The high by the low. Instrument and voice achieve one harmony. Before and after have places. That is why the sage can act without effort and teach without words. Nurture things without possessing them, and accomplish things without expecting merit. Only one who makes no attempt to possess it cannot lose it. Beauty and ugliness have one origin. Yeah. Beauty and ugliness are the same thing. They have one origin. The way. The source. Okay? Name beauty and ugliness is. Right. So it's only when you name beauty that you then name ugliness. So if you call a person beautiful, then that means there must be someone who's ugly. But in reality, beauty and ugliness have one origin. They're the same. It's just what you call them that makes them different. Recognizing virtue recognizes evil. So that's in a similar way as name beauty and ugliness is. Recognizing virtue recognizes evil. So when you can recognize something good, then you can recognize something evil. But at the same time, it's only the fact that you're recognizing it that exists it. If we go back to name beauty and ugliness is. Yeah, but there is still value in recognizing virtue because you recognize evil. But still remember, it's only because you recognize them that they exist. Ooh. Is and is not produce one another. Yeah, again. Because you're able to recognize is and is not, they produce one another. Without is, you don't have is not. And in fact, while producing is, you produce is not. They produce one another. The difficult is born in the easy. The difficult is born in the easy. Right. The difficult is born by the easy. So there is difficult, and it's created out of easy. So something that's easy, difficult is born from it. So it's sort of coming back to this theme of it is sort of what one creates the other. Long is defined by short. The high by the low. Long is defined by short. The high by the low. Yeah, so you have one with the other. You know there's long because you know there's short. You know there's high because there's low. So this one creates the other. So this is kind of creating the flow. Instrument and voice achieve one harmony. So while there is long, which is defined by short, there is high, which is defined by the low. Now, instrument and voice, which are something, which maybe is us, which is human possibly, they achieve one harmony. Instrument and voice come together to achieve one harmony, but the long is defined by the short. So without the long, we don't have the short. The high is defined by the low, and instrument and voice come together to achieve one harmony. Before and after have places. Damn. So even though there is long defined by short, high by the low, difficult is born the easy, instrument and voice come together to achieve harmony, yet still before and after still have places. Right? There still is before, there still is after, which is all named and created by us. And they all come together. Instrument and voice achieve one harmony. Whew. Deep. Let's see what we got here. That is why the sage can act without effort and teach without words. That is why the sage can act without effort. So he's doing something and he's not even really putting effort into it. And he teaches without words. So the sage can act without effort because he is the sage, because he's as long as defined by short. He exists as a sage because there is anything, because there is high, there is low, because there is anything, because there is the 10,000 things, whatever, the sage exists. So all he has to do is, he already is acting. He acts without effort. So the very fact that he is acting needs no effort because it already exists. So he teaches without words. He teaches merely because he acts. He then is the sage. He teaches without the even need for words. Wow. Nurture things without possessing them. Yeah, you don't need to possess things. You fucking nurture them without even possessing them. Fuck the sage. And accomplish things without expecting merit. Nurture things without possessing them. Don't even need to possess them. You just fucking nurture them. Accomplish things without expecting merit. Yeah, because because something happened, then it all happens. Is not produce one another. Is and is not produce one another. Yeah, so the sage exists. The sage can act without effort. Nurture things without possessing them. And accomplish things without even expecting merit. Only one who makes no attempt to possess it cannot lose it. So this is all speaking about the way. Only one who makes no attempt to possess the way cannot lose the way. So again, the sage is this like elusive character. Only one who makes no attempt to possess the way cannot lose the way. Whew. Well, this is a deep passage here, and I believe it seems to be really speaking towards some kind of duality of the way, that there is this ever changing, ever happening, but it almost happens on its own. It almost takes place because it merely takes place. And that we are the sort of awareness. We are the sort of awareness of this happening. And in being that awareness, we sort of accomplish it. So it's kind of done for you in a way. Whew. Well. That's how I'm seeing this, verse 2 of the Tao. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.